Let's start the class. Good morning all. So in the previous class we were discussing about advance from customer. We have completed that topic, and I have already uploaded the video also in our G Drive. And yeah, today we will start the new topic, that is Dunning. So let me log into SAP and we'll start the class. So dunning means usually it's a reminder letters to the customers for due invoices. So dunning means it's a reminder. Dunning means it's a reminders to the customers for their due payments. Like we have sold the goods to customer on credit basis as per the terms and conditions. Like we may have given some 30 days or 60 days or 10 days, 15 days, whatever the days we have given the credit, and as per that documents will get due. And after due, usually in our every business we will call to the customer to make the payment. Like one time we will make the call, second time we will make the call. If the customer has not paid, again we will try to call once again, or we do various options. Like we may send an email, or we may call, or we may do some other option. Will send a courier by writing some email, some note or some letter, and end of the day we will just collect the customers pending amount. But this is also one of the option we have in SAP by automatically sending reminder letters to the customer. So that is called dunning. Okay, so here we have some kind of configuration is there in SAP, which is this is all done by consultant, and this is a end user activity. So what the consultants will do, they will create one dunning procedure. How do we, like, there are, if you want to send a dunning letters to customers on a due invoices, there are some configuration or there are some conditions. The SAP consultants will do that. Based on their configuration, the SAP, like dunning, will work in SAP. Okay, so let us now look at this configuration, and then we will start with the testing of this activity. So usually we will send like there are some, as per this configuration, like we can send up to nine letters. Okay, that is called dunning level. So let us log in and let me show you this configuration in SAP, and then we'll move on to the further. So here let me go to this T code FBMP, which is consultant level screen, and here we have some around 7 or 8 dunning procedures are there. So this is all about configuration. So based on this configuration, the dunning letters will be generated. So here we have one for H001, which is our own company code, which has 3 levels of dunning. I mean 3 times the dunning letter will go to customer. If it is here, this is 0001, it has only level 2. If I double click on that, here number of dunning level, they have given the name as 2, but 2 weeks, but here it is, they have mentioned 4 level. So again, see, number of levels is nothing but number of times you are sending it to the customer. So if I go to my dunning procedure here, H001, if I double click on that, see here it is 3 times or 3 levels we have updated. So maximum we can enter here is 9. But usually some companies will not send dunning letters for 9 times, only maximum of 3 to 4 times. Okay, so usually what happens in every business, first we'll send a reminder letter, or first we'll send them a dunning letter, and it will be a normal way, soft way. Hi sir, today, your total due amount is XYZ amount, ABC amount, and please pay the amount. So like if you want to see that letter, here you can say this is the letter. So this is the first reminder letter or first dunning letter. It is in a very like normal way. Dear sir, madam, the invoices listed below are due for payment. If you have paid the amounts due in the meantime, please disregard this letter. Something, this is the details of invoices, and this is a simple letter or the level 1, the first letter. If the customer has still not paid the amount, then the system will send the second dunning letter or second letter. So here is how the second letter will go to customer. Dear sir, madam, we have already sent you a reminder about the due date of our invoices. Until now, however, we are unable to find any records of the incoming payments at the due date. Please transfer these overdue amounts immediately. If this dunning letter is again this unsuccessful, we will unfortunately have to calculate the interest on arrears. See, second time it is little bit harsh way. We are just informing them we are going to calculate the interest on the due amount. So that second letter. Now, if even though this second letter also not considered and they are not paid, then this is the third dunning notice or third letter. Since you have not reacted to our previous dunning notices, we have had to calculate interest on arrears to the amount of something percentage, if they have mentioned here some percentage for the due, for the items due, and as well as for the interest on arrears. We are now giving you a final payment period up to until this particular date. They will give some date of that. If you do not adhere to this payment deadline, we will unfortunately have to apply for a court order for our receivables to the amount of whatever the XYZ amount. See, this is how the letters will be generated in SAP, like how only up to maximum 3 levels of dunning will be generated, if it is 3 here. If you talk about any other one, like here, yeah, here also 3 are there, LNTG, here we have 4. So these all letters will be customizable, like based on the SAP consultants. The FICO consultants will get a help from ABAP consultant. We are a technical team. So based on the technical, like based on the FICO consultants, the ABAP consultants will create some forms from the background, and that will be assigned to this configuration. Now we will understand that where to assign those dunning reminder letters or the text, so that it will print out according to the levels. Okay. Now this is the main configuration transaction code FBMP, and we will click on the new entry or new procedure, and we will update all the details like this. Now here this is the name, like we have given the name as H001. Then we have given the description of this. There are 3 levels. Then dunning intervals in days. What is this means is like how many days of gap you want to give. Like now see, if I gave a dunning reminder today and tomorrow, is it okay to send tomorrow immediately after the dunning letter 1? Like today we have sent 20th of December, we have sent a dunning letter to customer or the reminders to pay the amount to the customer, and if the customer is not responded, or maybe it will take 1 or 2 days to reach to customer. But if you send one more letter immediately after 1 day, it doesn't look good. So that's the reason SAP has given an option in how many days of gap you want to send a dunning letter. So if you want to send it within 2 days, 3 days, or 10 days, or whatever the days you would like to send a reminder. So based on this configuration, dunning intervals in days, the system will generate a letter automatically from background. So this is all about the consultant level. Again, I'm just again and again telling you, this is not an end user job. This is the consultant level job. I will tell you when the end user will job come. So number of levels, the number of dunning levels is like maximum we are planning to send maximum 3 levels. Next, total due items, just ignore this. Then yeah, there is something called grace period. Like even though sometimes documents are due by today, and like today is the due date of that invoice, and immediately if I generate the dunning letter, yeah, it will go to customer if it is like if you generate and if you send it to a customer. So meanwhile, if in these particular days, if the customer has already issued the check and it has been reached to our office, and but we, because of some reconciliation, or the check has been already deposited, and it will take some 1 or 2 days of time, right, to clear that checks. So once that check is cleared, then only we will be able to do that reconciliation in our customer open items, right? We will be able to clear that customer open item. So maybe some of the reason we may have to give some grace periods. It's also called buffer days. Okay, after due date also we will wait for 2 more days, and then we will send a Dunning reminders. Then if it is a interest is calculation is required, then you may have to enter some interest indicators. So if you go to F4, there are some interest indicators are there. So as per this configuration, the interest will be calculated, but we have not assigned any interest indicator here, so just ignore that also. Then do you want to send the Dunning letters for only the standard, or do you want to send it for also for special transaction also? Special GL transaction means you all know that it's about advance payment. Like we will get the amount from customer, so that in that time it is called a GL, like special GL transaction. So I don't think it will be used for most of the companies, because customer is not paying. We have to pay back to the customer. So in that case, no need to send a reminders for ourselves. So this is not much useful for a customer. So do not select this. So that's how it is not selected here also. So this, now here you can see Dunning levels. There is a options we have. If you click on this Dunning level, then here is about Dunning days in arrears. That after due date, there are 2 days of gap. Then it will send the first reminder letter. Then after 12 days of gap, the due date, then it will send a second reminder. After 22 days of gap from the document date, third reminder letter. Then there is some configuration. Then we have some charges here. If you want to charge in each and every letter, see, for the first Dunning letter, I may incur some cost, right, in order to send the letters to customer. Correct? It may be charged. Say for example, if I am sending a first letter today, then it may charge for the courier charges, so 100 rupees. Then if you are sending once again on the second reminder letter, if the customer has ignored the first letter, then we may charge again for 200. Then for third letter, we may charge 300. Something based on this configuration, the charges will be applicable on the letter. You can see here in the first letter, there was some charges of Dunning charges are updated here, 100 rupees. And if you see here in this case, it's second reminder, it's a 200. Something that way the charges will be applicable on our Dunning letters based on this configuration. Then we have something called minimum amount. Like if the document invoice is having 1 rupees, then only you can able to, the Dunning letters can be sent to customer. If it is less than 1 rupees, then it will not generate Dunning letter. Why? Because it doesn't look good if it is less than 1 rupees. 0.5, 0.70 paise, if the amount is in 0.5 or whatever in decimal, less than 1 rupees or whatever amount, it will not generate a Dunning letter. Then we have called Dunning text. So in this all Dunning text will be based on the company code. So we will enter the company code, it is our company code. And here we have something called Dunning text. So this all configuration done by FICO consultants with the help from ABAP team, technical team. So they will create some forms. These are the forms. So in the first level of letter, this is like the content of the letter. This is the content of the letter. Okay, the invoice is listed below, whatever this we have, blah blah blah, we have mentioned. So this will be changed anytime. Okay, based on this form. So if you change the form, then the letter also will get changed. If you change the second letter, I would like to maintain something differently, then you can change it here. Like if you want to add your company logo here in the left corner, or wherever you want to add the company logo, then you can add it with the help from ABAP team. Now this is all the second letter, then this is the third letter, then this is the fourth letter. If you have fifth letter, like however you want to have, you can generate the letters. So based on this all the configuration, the Dunning letters will generate. So upon completing this configuration, the next option is we have to assign this, or if you just go back, so once you do this all the configuration, the next step is we have to assign this Dunning procedure to our customer master. So let's go to XD02 and we will assign the Dunning procedure to our customer. So let me go and check my customer number. This is my customer number. Yeah, whatever, irrespective of any customer, if you have 100 customer, then if you want to send a Dunning letters to all the customers, then we have to assign this Dunning procedure to all of my customers. Since for testing purpose I am assigning to my customer 2000028. I think we have already assigned this to our customer while creating the customer master. If not assigned, then we have to assign this. So where do I assign this? So it will be assigned in the company code data. Now we are in the general data. Click on this company code data. Here we have to go to correspondence, and here we have to assign Dunning procedure. So it's already been assigned on this customer, so no need to do it again. Okay, now let me save it. Yeah, this is already assigned. Now let us, yeah, this is for one customer. Now we have to assign it to all of the customers, whatever the customers we have in the SAP. Let me try to, yeah, this is also assigned. Now let me assign it for other customer also. 29. See, for 29 it is not assigned. So let me assign it and save it. So this is how we will assign it to the customer. And this Dunning procedure, like usually whatever as I told, if you want to send the Dunning letters, usually we will send or we will call to one customer only. At a time we can do one customer, correct? But in this Dunning execution, when you are executing this Dunning procedure or Dunning execution, we can do a Dunning, we can send a Dunning reminders or Dunning letters to the more than one customer also. Like if you have 100 customers, you can done 100 customer. If it is 1,000 customer, you can send the letters to 1,000 customer. If it is 10,000, if it is 1 lakh, how much ever customer is there in SAP, you can send at a time all the 1,000 letters to the customers. But it has to meet all the conditions. Like what is that condition? Like how we have in automatic payment program, like there are some certain conditions, right? Like all the configuration should be completed, payment method should be updated, vendor should not be blocked, there must be some one invoice and that invoice should be due, correct? Similarly here in Dunning also we have something called some conditions to be met. Like what are those conditions? The same conditions, one invoice must be there, one open invoice should be there. Then Dunning, like yeah, it should be due, invoice should be due. Then Dunning procedure should be assigned on customer master data. Then yeah, almost this is all the Dunning configuration should be done. So let us now check one by one and we'll proceed further to execute the Dunning. Now let me go here, let me check the customer open items, whether there is open items are there or not. We will go to FBL5N and we'll go and check the line items. So go to FBL5N and enter the customer number here. So I would like to enter the customer number from this to this. Let's say there are 3 customers in this range and execute. See, there are 2 customers, one is 20028 and 29. Yeah, we have one more customer, right? So let me try to add that also. Let's add another customer also. Let me try to check here. It's not coming here. Let's go and copy this and execute now. So execute again, select this open item, company code you have to enter and execute. So there are only two customers are there which have open item. Okay, so in one customer we have three invoices. One is 5 lakh and 60,000. This is not the invoice, this is the credit note. So this will amount will get adjusted and the total amount will show it in the Dunning letter. And for this customer there are two open items. One is for 2 lakhs and one is for 1 lakh. So total amount is 3 lakh. So let us try to execute this Dunning execution and we will understand how to execute the Dunning. So we have completed this, we have assigned and we have checked the line items, and now we have to execute the Dunning execution. The transaction code is F150. So go to F150, just let me open the new screen and enter. Okay, here we have some same options like F110. In AP we used to execute the automatic payment program in T code F110, but now in Dunning we have to execute the T code F150. So enter the dates here, like when do you want to execute this Dunning. So for example today if I want to execute, so I will enter today's date. And yeah, you have to enter the identification, just like anything. It can be anything. You can take test 1 or you can take Dunning 1, or if you want to take done 01, 02, 03, something like that. So this is again same. If this combination is there already available in the system, then you may not able to create once again. If it is a combination is same, then we need to add one number and then you have to execute the next one. Okay, so let me enter the date and identification like this and then we'll proceed further. Now initially it is showing no parameters maintained. Now go to this parameter tab and maintain the parameters, like when do you want to done this or execute this Dunning. So I wanted to execute in the same day, today's. So enter that. Post document posted up to, I wanted to execute the Dunning up to today's date. Then enter the company code, my company code, and enter the customer numbers from and to. So if you want to enter from and to, you can enter, or if you want to enter all the customers numbers here, then you can enter the customer numbers. Okay, let me go back and let's copy this all the numbers. Control Y and select this customers and go back to this and paste it here and execute. Then we have something called free selection. Yeah, if you want to have some, if you want to exclude something or if you want to execute only for certain things, then you can do some kind of selections here. But this is just advanced level, just ignore that and go to this additional log and enter the customer number. So this will generate some step-by-step logs if you enter the customer number here. So let's go to this and execute the or enter this customer number and save it. So now we have successfully, details have been saved for the run 20 December 2022. And go back to the main screen, which is in status tab. Now you can see parameters were maintained. Okay, so once you maintain this parameter, now click on this schedule button. So click on schedule. This is all the end user job, guys. Whatever I am doing this activity, this is the end user job. Now enter and output. So this will be done once in a week or once in a month or once in a fortnight. Depends on company, like how many times they want to execute in a month or in a week or in a fortnight. So it's again depends on company. So majority of the companies will take care of this job is once in a fortnight, once in a 15 days. Okay, so once you click on schedule, it will ask you to enter the output device, like it has to print, right? So print should be generated, so that's the reason we have to enter some printer name. So LP01 is the standard printer name. In each and every SAP it will be there. So enter this LP01 and continue. So when you click on continue, it will ask you to enter whether you want to do it immediately or you want to do it in some time later. Like you can schedule this. But I want to do it immediately, so I will select start immediately. Okay, then printout. Do not select this printout now. I will tell you when to select this. Like when you are comfortable with this, then you can do this. Otherwise, you just don't do this now. So only select this start immediately and then click on schedule or execute. So click on schedule. Now you can see parameters were maintained. Dunning this selection is date. Dunning selection is running and 0 Dunning notice is generated, of which 0 are to be sent. So we have to keep on enter button unless this shows some message as 1 is generated. Okay, looks like 0 Dunning notice is generated because there may be some issue. Okay, some, like as I told you, there are some conditions to be met. Invoices must be due and invoice should be Dunning procedure should be assigned. All the configurations should be done. Now let us check whether the invoices are there or not. When the invoices are due, whether these invoices really due or not. Okay, here is one invoice which is due on 13, but this is credit note. Here is one invoice which is due, but this is due on 12 January. But we are executing on which date? We are executing on 20th December. So it will not work. Because of that reason, it is not executed. Got it? So let us make something for these documents so that we can able to execute the dunning. So let me reverse this document which is credit note. Let me quickly reverse this and I will make the due date for these two documents. I will go to FB08 and I will enter this and I will enter 02 here and let me reverse. Yeah, this document is now no more open item. Let me refresh. See, that document is gone. Now let me double click on this and change the payment terms here. So let me make it immediate due. 0001 means it's a immediate due. Save it. Double click on this, make it due. Let us make this also. So 0001 means it's a immediate payment term. Okay, now if I refresh, now see the documents are due on, okay, this is still 12 December, 13 December. Okay, these two documents are due on 13 December, 13 December, 13 December, but this is also showing 12 December, 13 December here. Okay, let it be now. But we have some invoices to be considered for my Dunning execution. Okay, so let me close this particular screen which is not required now. So what I will do, say this was unable to or this was failed. So I wanted to delete this. So is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Only if it is not printed. If it is printed already, then you may not able to get or you may not able to delete this. So how to delete this? Let's go to this option here, delete Dunning run, and then say yes. Now that Dunning execution is deleted. Now let me again continue and schedule this so that now it is time. I hope it should run. Only select this option. If you do this selection, this one also, then you may not able to delete that. That's why I will suggest you to select the first one first initially. Only when you are 100% confident, then the Dunning letter will generate, then you select this and continue. If you don't want to delete that and all. So select this the first one and then continue. See, now this time there are two Dunning notices generated, out of which two are to be sent. So this is now there are some Dunning letters will be getting generated. So these are going to generate now. So where we can see that how many documents and which are the customers as Dunning letters. Now here we have a log. If you click on this log button, so the job started, step number 1 and blah blah blah, we have a lot of log has been generated here. Now if you can see in this customer number 200028 and company code this is being processed, in which there are two items are read. Now you can see this 28 customer number 28, there are two documents. So there are two documents, one is 5 lakh and one is 60,000. So let me come down here. Say 180063 and 64. There are two documents, 63 and 64. There are two documents. And amount is also updated. Let's come down here. Now you can see in this, like these are the two documents which are to be considered for the payment Dunning execution. Now see, for this customer it is going to generate one, like in this customer there is some Dunning area is updated default, that's again from background. Don't worry about this. Now here you can see Dunning notice, Dunning level 1 is being processed. For this particular customer there is one Dunning level 1 is getting processed. Now this customer uses Dunning procedure H001. So we have assigned H001 rate for our customer. So that's what they are talking about. This is using H001. Then again Dunning procedure H001 has also no interest calculation indicator. So there will be no interest calculated. Now Dunning level 1 is used for this customer. The same thing. Then this document has Dunning level 1 and with the arrears of 7 days of arrears, and which has amount of, okay, in this customer, because of the Dunning procedure, as per the configuration, there is 100 rupees is chargeable as a Dunning charges. Then it is again moved on to the further Dunning data has been generated. Now let's again move on to the next customer. This is the second customer. In this also there are two documents, and this is the document number 1, this is document number 2. If you go here, this is the document number 66 and 67. 66 and 67. Then these two has new level at is 1. Level 1 is now generated. Now again let's move on further. Now in this customer it is going to generate or it has considered level 1 for this customer level. Then these are the level, or it's updated from the background. Now this is just like a print preview, or you can say in our APP automatic payment program we used to execute the proposal, right? It is also similar to that proposal. If you don't like this to continue to execute or continue to print, then you can delete it also if you want to delete it. Or if you want to change something in the parameter and then you want to execute, then you can proceed to delete this and change the parameter and then you execute again. But it looks good for me, so I will continue to execute the printout. So the next step is click on this Dunning printout. So click on this Dunning printout and enter the printer name and then continue. So again this will ask you to select some options. Immediately you want to do it, or you want to do it some other date. So I want to do it immediately, so I will select immediately and print it. Initially it will show it like this. Just click on enter button. So here we have two Dunning notices printed, and there are two customers, that's why it is customer 2. If there are vendors also involved, then vendors will show here numbers, but here there is no vendors involved, so it is showing 0. So my Dunning execution is successfully completed. Now if you want to see the print log, just click on this print log and you can see here Dunning printout for customer 200028. It's Dunning notices for account D. D means customer 200028 created successfully. And for the second customer also it has successfully printed. Two Dunning notices were read and two Dunning notices were created. Now where to see that letters? Now if you go back, you can see here sample printout. Click on that sample printout, enter the printer name and continue. Here you want enter the customer number. For which customer you want to see? 2000028. I want to see for this customer, so I will enter customer number here. One second, hold on. And click on this display button. See, this is my first Dunning letter in the customer. So customer number here, then date here, then this is the customer name, ITC India Private Limited, and Dunning one letter. Dear sir, madam, the invoices listed below are due for payment. If you have paid the amounts due in the meantime, please disregard this letter. Sincerely. Then document number, document date, currency, amount, due date, number of days in arrears, and Dunning letter 1. Then Dunning charges are there, something amount is 100 rupees, and this is the document number 180063. If you go here 180063, okay, only for one document it is considered 5 lakhs rupees. This is document is not considered because the date here showing is 12 January 2023. Maybe this is the reason it has not considered here. Excuse me. So yeah, this is how the Dunning letters are generated, guys. This is the for customer 200028. And if you go back, if you want to see the other customers letter, select this, continue, and select the second customer also, and preview this. Now here you can see this is the Flipkart India Private Limited, and this is the date, this is the customer number, this is not a real system, right? So that's why this is in a not proper way here, the letter, but in real time it will have some logo here, then this is our letterhead, so it will be proper way, it will be there. Now here you can see the same letter, but the document numbers are different here. So in this customer, the documents are due date is like this is one of the document, the document date is this, the due date is 13 December, and the amount is 2 lakh. If you see the another customer here, so document number is 180066, amount is 2 lakh. 180066, amount is 2 lakh. Then 180067, amount is 1 lakh. Here is the same, this is amount is 1 lakh. The total is 3 lakh. The total is 3 lakh rupees. Now Dunning charges also applicable here for 100 rupees as per the Dunning configuration, and total of due items is 3 lakh 100 rupees, and the balance of account is 3 lakh rupees. So this is how the letters are generated, guys, in SAP. Any question? Okay, no questions means I'll continue. So we can also see some of the Dunning history here. Just click on this Dunning history and enter the account type as a D, and enter the company code H001, and enter the customer 200028 and execute here. So it will show you entire Dunning history in the SAP. See, we have executed the Dunning for this customer for the first time, and this is the level 1 is updated, and this is the amount, this is the currency, this is the dunning date, this is the customer number, so all this data. Even here also we can see the letter. Now click on this and click on dunning notice, click on print preview, enter printer name, continue. So here also we can see the letter. Now if you go back, just cancel this, and if you want to see the other customer, then execute this. Here also we have dunning level 1. Okay, so if you want to see the letter, then select this, print preview and continue. So this is my letter 1. And yeah, once you execute this dunning, then what are the other impacts are there? Now if you go here, let me refresh this, and there is some, if you double click on this document, there is something called last done. Last, when we did that dunning, the last we have done is on 20th December, and what is the level we have done? We have done level 1. The last level 1 is executed from this customer. And if you see this document, there is nothing, because this document itself due, it was showing as 12 January 2020. So that's the reason it is not updated anything. But if you see this document, see 20th December and last done is selected 1. And here also same, last done is showing 1. And is it also updating in customer master level? Yes, it is also updated in customer master. Go to XD03 and display that. See, in the correspondence where we updated this dunning procedure, in the last done option it is updated, the last executed date, and the level also updated. So whenever you execute that, so it will be keep on updating in the last done date and last done level. Now go back and let us continue to execute the second level of dunning, how it will be done. Now as per the configuration, we have given some 10 days of gap. Like go to FBMP, and you can see here, double click on this, we have given 10 days of gap. So interval days is 10 days, right? So based on this, if I execute it immediately after this, like tomorrow's date 22, then it will not work, because there are some configurations, right? So based on this configuration, we have to give some 10 days of gap at least. Like it was 20 December, so we have to give 22 December, or even including the 2 days of buffer days, or in what is that, in grace period, we have to give after 12 days from today, like 23 December we can give. Now enter here as 1 or whatever, the date is different, right? So you can enter. Now continue, go to parameters, and here also we have option to copy. Just click on copy this and select the execution detail. Now when we executed that, so we have executed on 20th December. Here is my 20th December, and click on adjust date details and copy. See, same customer, same, everything is same, it is coming now. And now you can just simply go and check these details. See, everything is same. Save it and go to the main screen and click on schedule and enter the printer name and continue. So as usual, start immediately, schedule. Okay, so there is some mistake we have done. What is the mistake is, earlier it was executed 20th December, but now we have only given 3 days of gap, 23 December. So it has not worked. So delete this again and say yes, and maintain the parameter again. Or if you want to delete this parameter, go to this, delete the parameter, say yes. Now again enter the correct, like from today you just calculate the 10 days, sorry 12 days, and execute the dunning. Now from today, if you talk about 10 days is 30th December, and 31st December is 11, 1st January, 2nd January, we'll take 3rd January, 301 2023, and here it is done 01, and enter. Go to parameters, select this copy button, and continue. See, now we are executing the Dunning. Next Dunning is on 3rd January, which is of 12 days of gap from today. Okay, now go just check all the other details and save it. Now go to main screen, status button, click on schedule, enter the printer number, printer name, and start immediately and execute. See, now this time there are some 2 letters are generated again. Okay, now if you want to see the log, you can see here, this is the customer number and this is the document number which has Dunning level 2. Okay, and for this document there are some days and arrears which is -2 days. So again this also document is not considered yet. Now again in this customer there is something like level 2 is getting updated. For this customer, Dunning level 2 is getting updated here. Dunning level 2 is updated. Now similarly for this customer, it has found 2 documents, and for this document level 2, and for this document also level 2. And if you see the customer master level, there are the level 2 is getting updated for this customer. Okay, there is 200 rupees running charges are applicable. Go back and just start printing out of this letter and continue. Print this and see there are 2 letters are printed. Now go to this printing log. This is the customer number 28. This is the customer number 29. Go back and if you see the Dunning history, and you can enter here company code, customer number, 28, 29, and execute. See, for this customer there is one more new history is added, which is 3rd January 2023 is Dunning execution date, and when we executed, today executed. So level 2 is updated, 5 lakh rupees is the amount. And for this customer, 3rd January is execution date, and today we have executed that, and level 2 is updated, and 3 lakh is amount. If you want to see the sample document, just keep a cursor on that, click on this, print preview, printer name, continue. See, this is my level 2 document. We have already sent you reminder about the due date of our invoices. Until now, however, we are unable to find any record of the incoming payment at the due date. So this is all the letters we have in SAP, and it's also included 2 documents. One is this for 2 lakh rupees, and number of days arrears is 21 days, and level 2, and here is this document number 67, 1 lakh rupees, 21 days, level 2. Dunning charges is 200 rupees. So let's go back. This is how the letters are generated, guys. And now if you refresh this, now here in this document it will be 3 January is updated. Last done is this date. The level is 2. If you talk about customer master level, see here also it's updated 3 January level 2. Okay, let's go back and execute the 3rd level also. Guys, we will do it in the tomorrow's class. Now it's already 9:30. I have to go for other class. So thank you all then. If you have any questions, please let me know in WhatsApp. We will discuss on that. Please do the practice also. Yeah, thank you all. Bye bye.